Sure, here's a short story that features a Jaguar car, blending elegance, performance, and emotion into the narrative. Title: The Curve of Midnight. It was nearly midnight when Ella found herself winding through the hills of northern Italy, the moonlight pouring silver across the slick, curved bonnet of her Jaguar F-Type. The engine purred beneath her like a restless cat, eager for more than the narrow switchbacks she was navigating. She hadn't planned this drive, just like she hadn't planned the letter. Or the news. The envelope had arrived that morning. Inside, a key, a note in her father's handwriting, and an address. Take her for a spin, it said. She's yours now. She had always known about the car. He'd called it Juliet, British racing green, V8, loud as thunder when it wanted to be. It had sat in his garage, shrouded under a cover like a sleeping relic. Until now. As the road opened up, so did the throttle. The Jaguar responded instantly, a roar that echoed through the trees, and Ella felt something stir deep inside, a connection to her father, to everything he never said but somehow left behind. The stars blurred above. The car handled every curve like it knew them, like it remembered them. This wasn't just driving, it was dancing with memory. And as she crested the ridge and the valley opened below, Ella smiled. It was more than a car. It was a legacy on 4 wheels. And she was finally ready to take the wheel. Would you like this story extended, turned into an ad-style script, or personalized with a different Jaguar model? Absolutely. Here's part 2 of The Curve of Midnight, continuing Ella's journey with her Jaguar and her late father's legacy. Part 2. Echoes in the rearview. Ella pulled into the village square just as the church bell rang once, midnight. The Jaguar's engine ticked softly as it cooled, a metallic heartbeat under the soft glow of the old streetlights. She stepped out slowly, running her hand along the F-Type's smooth lines. It looked like it didn't belong here, too sleek, too modern, too fast for a place where time moved like molasses. But something told her it did belong. Like she did. Across the square, an old man emerged from a cafe, apron tied around his waist, silver hair catching the light. He looked up, paused, then smiled knowingly. "You're his daughter," he said, walking over. "He used to park right there. Every summer. Always said the Jag liked the mountain air." Ella blinked. "You knew my father." "Everyone here did," he said. He wasn't just a tourist. This was his escape. He brought that car to life on these roads. The old man's eyes dropped to the Jaguar. He said it ran better when it had a reason to move. Ella glanced back at the car. What reason did he have? The man looked at her carefully. "Maybe the same one you do." He handed her a folded piece of paper. "He left this here last year. Said if Juliet ever came back, you'd be with her." Ella opened the note. It read, "Life's sharpest turns teach you how to drive. Trust her. She knows the way." Suddenly, the engine wasn't just an engine, it was a memory with a key in the ignition. Ella slipped back into the driver's seat. Her fingers tightened on the steering wheel. The Jaguar came alive again, headlights casting twin blades of light into the darkness. This wasn't just a road trip anymore. It was the beginning of something. Would you like a third part? It could move into a deeper mystery, maybe a hidden journal or a secret race he once ran. Let me know how adventurous or emotional you'd like it to get. Here is the final part of The Curve of Midnight, a conclusion that ties emotion, mystery, and the enduring legacy of the Jaguar into one last, powerful drive. Part 3. The Legacy Lap. The road ahead uncoiled like ribbon in the moonlight. Ella shifted into third, the Jaguar's growl low and confident. The note sat beside her, weighed down by a single photo she'd found tucked into the glove box. Her father, much younger, standing beside Juliet, grinning, arm draped around a woman Ella had never seen before. A race number, number 77, was painted on the car's door. On the back of the photo, scrawled in that same looping handwriting. "The old track still remembers. So will you." Google couldn't find it, but the old man in the cafe had. He pointed her 20 kilometers east, toward an abandoned mountain pass, once part of a hill climb circuit from the 1970s. Locals called it La Strada Fantasma. And now she was here. The first corner came fast, a tight hairpin laced with gravel, but the Jaguar hugged it like a memory refusing to fade. Ella didn't brake. She let the car guide her, just as he'd ridden. Bends became rhythm. Acceleration became breath. It wasn't just driving, it was communion. With the past. With her father. With the machine that had known him better than she had. The final stretch opened wide. Wind tore through her hair. The Jaguar surged forward, its V8 screaming joyfully into the silence of forgotten years. As she crested the ridge, dawn broke, spilling gold over the valley below. She eased the car to a stop where the track once ended, gravel crunching beneath the tires. For a long moment, she sat there, heart still racing, eyes stinging. Ella looked to the passenger seat. The letter, the photo, the car, this was his gift, not just a vehicle, but a way forward. A chance to keep driving, no matter how many curves lay ahead. She whispered, "Thank you," then turned the key once more. Juliet purred, and together, they drove into the new day, past, present, and future.